Hey everyone, Technomentor here. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to fix card not added on your Apple Pay or Apple Wallet by following these troubleshooting steps. So let's get started. Now, generally when you're seeing this, when adding a card to your Apple Pay, usually you want to check things like your internet connection. So pull down the control menu, put airplane mode briefly, and then turn it off. It does a network refresh. Now, if you're using your Wi-Fi versus cellular, you want to switch between them. So sometimes the Wi-Fi, if you're using it, turn that off to your cellular data. And if you're on cellular data, see if you can use a Wi-Fi and testing it out. You want to make sure the internet connection isn't the issue. The next thing you want to go ahead and do is simply go ahead and make sure that the region that you're in is supported. So what you want to do is start by going to your setting and then go to General, and then you're going to go to Language and Region. And then make sure the region that you're selected to is a region that Apple Pay is supported. Certain regions are not supported that are out there, and the languages, you want to make sure you're selecting a right language as well. So it's going to be important to verify. Now, after you've done that, really simple, you're going to go ahead and basically restart your phone. You can do this with the volume up in the side button, just like this, press and hold, and then slide to power off, and then use this big button to power back on, or you can also pull it down from the top menu. Click on the power icon on the corner, slide to power off, and then turn it back on. A simple restart fixes any glitch that you may have with the software. Now, if you're still having the issue, the next thing you want to go and make sure is a couple things is that make sure that you're signed into your Apple account, and also on your password and your Face ID or Touch ID, make sure you have those settings turned on. So make sure you have a passcode turned on. And if you're using Face ID, make sure that you're using it for contactless payment as well. So you may need to set up a Face ID if you haven't done so. Now, along with that, the next thing you're going to do is update the phone settings. So in your settings, go to General, Software Update, and make sure you update the phone to the latest version. So to make sure that it is not an issue with the current version of the software. Now, if you have got all of that right, the next thing you want to go ahead and do is add the card in a different way. So if you're adding the card, usually on the wallet, you would click on plus here and then add your card here and go through the process. So if you're trying to add it, for example, using the scan version, try to add it manually here and then enter the information. Now, if you're trying to do it on the wallet, it's not working, you can also do it from your settings by going to your settings, and then from there on, go to wallet and Apple Pay, and then right there you can add a card and then follow the steps here to add it from this instead of doing the other method. Again, scan it or enter manually as well. Now, let's say you did that and it's still not working. The next thing you want to go ahead and do is verify that the card actually is supported on Apple Pay and Wallet. Some cards are not supported, and the only way to verify that sometimes it may be contacting your card issuer, wherever you got your card, your bank, or the organization, to make sure that they support, again, Apple Pay. Now, another thing, you also want to make sure that you don't have a restriction on your phone. So in your setting, if you're using any restriction like screen time restriction, specifically content and privacy restriction, if this is on, just temporarily turn it off and see if you can add the card, and then you can always come back and turn that on if you need it. Now, if you're still having an issue, the next thing to do is in your setting, go to General, and then go to your option for VPN and device management. Tap on VPN. If you have a VPN turned on, temporarily turn that off and try. Sometimes VPN can interfere with adding your card. Now, lastly, if you're still having an issue, the next thing you want to do is, starting from your main settings, you're going to go to General and then go down here to Transfer Reset iPhone. Click on Reset, and you want to do a network setting reset. Enter your passcode, and this is just going to reset your network related setting. It will not delete your data, so all of your photos, videos will still be safe. Lastly, if you're still trying to add a card and it's not working, it may be Apple servers are currently down. It happens time to time. Sometimes you want to go ahead and try it in a few hours or the next day and see if you can add it later on. And I hope this video was helpful, so please consider the like and subscribe button for more tips and tricks, and thanks for watching.